Hi, I thought I would show you some of my staples for gluten and dairy free living. Since they're gluten and dairy free, if you're just gluten, then you can use them too. For breakfast, my favorite is Canyon gluten free, deli white, dairy, soy, and nut free, and gluten free, of course, bagels with my favorite is tofu cream cheese. But they did run out of tofu cream cheese during COVID, so I went to Daiya for a while, which is good also. And just so you know that Daiya is less in sodium than tofu. The highest in sodium is Kite Hill, and Kite Hill is the one that makes dairy-free regatta cheese, which you can find usually at Whole Foods. They say Walmart's, I haven't been in there to look yet, but if you want regatta cheese to make lasagna, then Kite Hill is the one that I found that makes it. I also use Ian's breadcrumbs. They're gluten and dairy free and a lot of other things actually. And they work pretty good. I have a few different kinds of breadcrumbs depending. So there is kind of a wide variety of those, believe it or not. I also use stevia in my coffee. Stevia in the raw. They say for IBS, gluten and dairy intolerant, this is the best to use. I don't use it often. I just use it in my coffee in the morning. Then I also use King Arthur all-purpose baking mix, which works really good. And I also just bought King Arthur bread and pizza mix because I want to try making my own pizza. But I mean, Daiya has a pizza, which is pretty good. I have it out in the freezer. But I want something with a little thicker crust, and I'm hoping maybe this will work. I also, for lunch, sometimes have old-fashioned gluten-free rolled oats, which is good, fiber, and all that good stuff. So Bob's Red Mill makes it. And he also has, I can't pronounce it, muesli, I think it is. And also he has, Bob's Red Mill has all different kinds of flour. If you go into the grocery store, they have every gluten-free flour imaginable. So, just so you know, it's usually all in one area. It's either in the gluten-free section or you can also find it in the bakery aisle. So that's a possibility too. Speaking of bakery, you can get gluten-free cake mix in the gluten-free section, but also you can get Duncan Hines whipped fluffy white, which I really love, dairy-free frosting. There are a couple other frostings that are dairy-free, so I would just check it out. Check out the labels, but this happens to be my favorite. I also have almond butter. I like that on my waffles. I usually get, let me see, I have them over here. I'm sorry, I didn't have them in my messy freezer. I get Vans gluten-free original waffles and have those. Or I could make them. I just haven't gotten on track with that yet. So lots of times I'll put the almond butter on top of my waffles, and it's pretty tasty. I use Almond Breeze unsweetened original milk for almond milk for recipes, and you can't really taste the difference that much. So that's another one. In Hannaford, they haven't been in for quite a while, but they have little bottles, so you don't have to to buy the big one, and then you have to use it within 7 to 10 days after you open it. The little ones, are just the right size. So if in Hannaford, if you happen to see them, I would pick those up. They're handy for cooking. Also, I have unsweetened cocoa milk. That it's a yogurt alternative that I use, and I do like it. And even though it's unsweetened, I do put a stevia in there just to give it a little taste. Or I can't have fruit, but if you can put fruit in there and tastes good. This is something that my wonderful hairdresser brought to my attention the other day. Chicken breast tenders. They're by Purdue in the frozen section, and they are delicious. I have to tell you, they are just delicious. So if you want a quick meal, here's one for you. Then the snacks, I find I have a hard time with gluten and dairy-free crackers. I eat Skinny Pop popcorn, no gluten, and it's pretty good. Funny, I never used to like popcorn, but now I do. And then another snack I use, a lot of people use it for breakfast, but I kind of use it for a snack, is Rice Chex, gluten-free. So really, these are the basics that I have in my kitchen. There's a lot more, but I just wanted to give you like an overall view or a quick view. I'm sure you have your own likes and dislikes, but if you don't and you want to try something different, here they are. Have a great day.